My name is Jeff Duggan. I'm the General Manager of the Vic Johnston Community Centre in the Streetsville Hockey League. COVID's had a dramatic impact on our operations. Here we closed during the original pandemic back at the beginning of March. We were shut until we reopened in mid-August, once Peel was taken into the orange the category at the time. So we did a lot of study prior to reopening about the disease and about the protocols that were required to reopen. So the major difference between non-pandemic and pandemic area hockey participation or skating of any kind is we are asking you to put the majority of your hockey equipment on at home with the majority of your equipment put on except for skates, helmets, gloves. As you arrive at the building now, you'll notice there's signage on the front doors asking if you are suffering from any symptoms whatsoever of COVID-19 or any type of common cold or flu symptom, and if that is the case, we're asking that you please do not enter the building. Once you do enter the building, what you would find is a greeter table near the front door with a staff member there doing a health screening check-in. So we developed a web app that would allow you to basically check in for any program, anything you were coming to the building for. You would go on to the web, tick off that you're healthy, you don't have any signs or symptoms, hit up, and it would upload to a master sheet, and we would have a staff person performing the health screening at the front door, verifying that your name was on the list, you had filled it out. If a parent was accompanying you, they had also filled it out. Once we verify that you have done the health screening and you've told us that you're healthy, the next step was, depending on the time period, if the dressing rooms were open, we reduced our capacities inside of our arena dressing rooms down to no more than 9 people at any given time to allow for social distancing. And during the period where the dressing rooms were required to be closed, we had 2 separate areas basically for people to put their skates on and finish getting dressed. One behind me here in the dressing room hallway, the other in our lobby area. So when you arrive, you're fully dressed, you check in, you head down to whichever dressing area you have been assigned to. Once you're ready to hit the ice surface, masks are allowed to come off when helmets and cages go on, and then you make your way out to the ice surface, directly onto the ice, and participate in your activity. When your time frame has elapsed, a buzzer will go off in the rink indicating that it's time to exit the ice surface. We ask that you go directly back to the area where you put your gear on to remove your skates, remove your helmet, remove your gloves, and then quickly make your way out the designated exits. Beyond the signage at the front doors, masks being mandatory at all indoor spaces when you're not on the ice surface conducting your activity, the health screening check-ins at the doors, and designated dressing areas that maintain social distancing. We also took great measures to ensure that all areas of the facility that are being used are disinfected prior to a new group arriving and after a group that's been here has left. We purchased hospital-grade misting systems and use appropriate chemicals and spray down all dressing room areas, player benches, lobby areas, any space, bathrooms, anything that has been touched or encountered in between every group arriving and leaving. So from the time we reopened in mid-August until we were forced to close again due to the quarantine rules at the end of November, there were no confirmed COVID cases reported from anybody who participated in an activity at Vic Johnston. The staff and the board of directors of the Vic Johnston Community Centre and the Streetsville Arena have taken great pains to ensure the health and safety of all of our staff and our clients, and have put protocols in place to ensure that you will have as safe an experience as you can when you come back to our building.